It's Friday. We're gonna talk about what's sold. Yeah, it's Friday. I hope you sold something too. Yes, I really, really do. It's Friday. Hi, everybody. It is Friday, so I am here to once again, tell you about some things that sold from my eBay store this week. If you're new here, how it works is that I'm going to tell you what the item is, how much I paid for it, how much it sold for, and then how much the net profit is after we back out all the fees, and then finally, how long it took to sell. And this is to help us all decide if these are things that we want to have in our eBay or other online stores. So I had a great variety this week. Let's get started. The first one here is a really cool vintage brass porthole mirror that actually you could unscrew it and open it. Very nicely made, real heavy brass. I got this for just $2 and it sold for $60, giving me $48.38. And it did take a year to sell. I have one more, but I mean, it was only this big and pretty flat, so easy to hold on to for a year on that one. Okay, so next up, the first set of flatware this week is 14 pieces of the Stanley Roberts Astro is the pattern, and I got it for $5, sold for $33, giving me $22.61, and it took 8 months for those to go. All right, now this cutie. I had her in the video when I got her. I got the horse and a couple of sheep, and they were all dressed to go to a square dance, so who's going to resist that? Not me. I paid $2 for her and she sold for $53, giving me $42.29, and she just took 4 months to sell. And the sheep already went, so I am fresh out of anthropomorphic farm animals that are going to a square dance. So I need to find some more of those sometime soon. Okay, another piece from that camera mystery box that I got. This is a Canon Speedlight flash, and I got it for $2. It's kind of the theme going here, $2. It sold for $28, giving me $21.26 in profit, and it took 2 months for that one to go. All right, and here's a cute little clock. This one is a Kodak darkroom timer clock, vintage. It was all metal, really neat. It worked and everything. I picked it up for $4. It sold for $20, giving me $11.84, and it took a week to sell. So it was a fast seller, but not necessarily. Well, I'm not paying off the mortgage with that one, but it was really cool. And I'm glad that I picked it up. You know, we all do that where we pick up things that we really like. And at least I didn't lose any money on it. So here we go. All right, the first piece of clothing. This is a soft surroundings, just a real pretty gauzy cotton top. I got it for $1.97 and it sold for $22, giving me $18.24. And that one took 4 months to sell. More flatware. I love selling vintage stainless steel flatware. This one, it was by the International Silver Company, and it was called Lion Frontenac. I didn't jot down how many pieces it was, but it was a lot. I want to say it was 50 pieces. Yeah, I think it was serviced for 8 on that one. I got it for just $5, and it sold for $110, giving me a profit of $88.88, and it only took 2 months to sell. I'm telling you, if you're afraid of flatware for any reason, get over it and get it listed. It is a pain in the butt to lay it all out, make it look nice for the photos, but this is proof that it's worth it. I even have more flatware coming up later in the video. So moving on, these are 2 Masterworks Tile Company. They were Southwestern style. I did get them both for $1, so it wasn't that much of an investment. And they sold for $19, giving me $14.63, and they took 16 months to sell. For a while, I was doing okay on these decorative tiles, but they seem to have, I don't know what the right word is, they've gone down on what they're selling for. I think I have one left from the bunch that I got. I'm not sure if I'll keep picking those up. We will see. We shall see. Let me know if you have good luck with these. I would love to hear about it in the comments. More flatware. This is the vintage Oneida, and it is stainless steel, and the pattern is called Summer Mist. I got these for $2 and they sold for $63. And that gave me a profit of $51.25, and they only took a month to go. I'm telling you, silverware, flatware, whatever you want to call it. I like it. All right, now this little piece of art was just about that big. It was a PJ Rankin Holtz. As you can see, it's a little cat in there. And it was part of Kathy's, what's it called? Kathy's, darn it, it's gonna, sorry. Hold for just a moment. They're called Kathy's Primitives is what they're called. I still have the tag on it. I picked it up for just $1, and that one sold for actually $35. I was pleasantly surprised with that. And I made a profit of $27.47, and it took 5 months to sell. That was a good one. All right, now a chess set. This is the Samurai chess set that I picked up not too long ago at a yard sale for just $5. The brand is Excalibur. The details on this were really fantastic. So I paid $5 and I lost my place. Sold it for $50, and that gave me a profit of $35.90, and it took 10 days to sell. Highly detailed chess sets. Be sure to check them out. This one did have one broken piece, but I just disclosed that in the listing, had pictures and everything. And this one actually went internationally. So, okay, this was a hero find. This one, long time ago. Long time ago. Yeah, we paid, this is, okay, so it's Ricoh Red Toner for a color printer. I prefer buying toner to ink because toner doesn't dry out and doesn't go bad. You can use toner, I don't want to promise forever, but you can use it for a long time. So this was a red toner printer cartridge by Ricoh. We got it for $10.74. It sold for $27, and that gave a profit of $12.39, and it took 6 months for that to sell. Yeah, not a huge profit margin on that. We had purchased actually all the colors, and I listed them separately, and for whatever reason, the other colors sold for more and sold quicker. This was my final one. So be sure to check out toner if you do see it. Look it up. It's worth the time. Okay, now a blanket. You may recognize this from Costco. Our Costco had a few of these left over. When was that? That was in February. And they had them marked down to $10 and some weird amount of change. Oh, it's $10.50. So I got a few. It's the first one to sell for $30, and that gives me $14.04 in profit, and it took 7 months for that to sell. I wanted to try doing some purchasing from Costco to see if I could make some money on it, and I did, but I'm not sure if it's worth it yet. We'll see if the other blankets go sometime soon. All right, now this was a really good one. This is a vintage Polo Ralph Lauren horse furnishings wool cap. So it's the plain wool cap, but then you see that medallion on the front. It does have a horse on it. It's leather, and it says horse furnishings, and I don't know, there's some other verbiage on there too. This hat was pristine. I bought it for $9.05, and I sold it for $67, giving me $48.34, and it took 6 months for that to sell. And this next hat is my favorite thing I sold this week, hands down. Mostly because I saw it across the room at an estate sale, and I went straight for it. I wanted to see if it was real beaver skin top hat, and it is. It was from the Dunlap & Co. right here in Denver. I did look them up. They were real popular early 1900s, like maybe 1900 to 1910 for this hat. It was real beaver skin. It had a cute little vent hole on the top. Such nice condition. It had some marks on the underside of the brim, but just stunning. Beautiful hat. And I got it for $10. And it was just so neat to hold something and try something on that was that old and in that nice of a condition. So anyway, I'll stop gushing about it, and I'll tell you that I sold it for $185, giving me $149.13 in profit, and I sold it in 1 hour. 1 hour. I listed it, and I actually listed it for $190, and I got several offers. So I responded to the first guy with $185 and let him know that I've had several offers on this already. I only listed it an hour ago, and he immediately bought it. So, I mean, I wasn't trying to bait him into getting it, but I wanted to let him know why I'm not going down on my price very much for that. So $185 is great on that one, and he's actually getting it today. I saw that it was delivered, so I'm excited for him to have it. It's just the most beautiful thing I've seen in a while. So moving on, sorry for the gushing. Let me know if you've ever sold a beaver skin top hat. They're very cool. Okay, so the next one here is not as old. This is from the late 70s, early 80s. It's a gold metallic metal. It had the fish scales or dragon scales on it, stretch belt. The brand was Accesso Craft. Got it for $6.52 because I just couldn't resist that kind of flash. It sold for $18, giving me $8.56, and it took 10 months to sell. So I don't think I'll be picking that up again, but it was fun to have for a minute. I did try it on. There you go. All right, next up is a little camera this one here, it's a Canon PowerShot SD30. And I picked it up on a chance because, you never know if these are going to work or not. And when I opened it up, the battery had swollen. So I took it out. Not going to sell that with it. And I listed it for parts only. And I was pleasantly surprised. I don't know if I said, I paid $2 for it. And then it actually sold for my full asking price of $50 for parts only, giving me $40.59. And it only took 2 weeks for that to sell. But since I couldn't test it, I did have to sell it as parts only. All right, now here's a little candlestick, chamber stick. This one, oh, and it was neat. It had the candle lift in there. Sometimes it's referred to as a hog scraper, but you can lift the candle up inside of it. It's real pretty. I got it for $1. Sold for $23, and that gave me $17.70. And it only took a week for that one to sell. And now I've had others before that didn't have the lift hog scraper in there, and they just didn't sell. So I have mixed feelings about the chamber sticks. I mean, if they're fancy, yeah, I think they probably will do well. Okay, now this cutie, it was a little wood figure, but with the sheep wool all over it, making it a little sheep itself. So it's wood and sheep wool, long strand sheep wool. Anyway, I got it for $2. It sold for $20, and that gave me $14.50. And it took 15 months for that to sell. And I love that little note. She said, thank you. She sent me an offer for that. So he was cute. Okay, now this little purse here, this is a Brighton. And it was crock embossed, and it had this 3-dimensional flower on the front. And my brain said, oh, it's going to be good. It was fine. It's called the Rosalie 3D flower purse. I got it for $5, and it sold for $20. So my profit was $11.50, which is, it's not fabulous. It's not terrible. So there you go. And it took 2 months for that one to sell. Okay. Oh, this one was gorgeous. This was a silk peacock velvet with the tassels. Fancy scarf. I paid $2 for this one. Sold for $34, and that gave me $24.33, and it just took 2 months for that one to go. All right, look, full credit to my hero, for doing the lasers, Hero Find. If you're new, you don't know the story, but my husband, my hero, he bought a ton of bags of these nuts. They are Hampton Farms Sweet Honey. I'm sorry, my dog just opened the door. He wants to come in. Hey, bub. If I wish you could see, because he just looks so cute, looking hopeful. Can I come in? Come on in. Anyway, so he bought a ton of bags. I don't even remember how many, but he got them on clear out. It was for $4.25 a bag. So I listed them all as sets of 2. So I'm into this, hi puppy. I'm into this 2 bags for $8.50. They sold for $50. This is my last pair of bags of nuts. And that gave me a profit of $33.89. And so with all the nuts that we sold from his big purchase, I mean, you should have seen him with our entry to our house, which is full of nuts when he got home. And I thought he was nuts, but I quickly ate my crow on that one because they did start selling quickly. Our total profit on all of the nuts is $351.23. And the caveat on something like this is that you do have to make sure that you sell them before the expiration date. I have a picture of the expiration date on there. This one made it. They do expire in December, but I mean, as we all know, you can still open the bag and eat them. But just to keep it a good transaction, you do want to sell them before the expiration date. So anyway, full credit to my hero on those. That was a great purchase. Moving on. Oh, this dress. This was so cute. This was a Western denim dress by Western Attitude by Lilia Smitty. Oh, it was great. It had fringe and everything. And it came with a belt. The belt was pretty, I mean, you'd need to change out the belt, but I left it with it just to keep it complete. I paid $6.48 for it. It sold for $80, and that gave me $62.21, and it took 4 months for that one to sell. Ooh, I hope it's for like Halloween costume. That'd be fun. All right, here is part of the Long Tall Sally haul that I bought at some point this summer. These were brand new Long Tall Sally wide leg sweatpants. I got them for $2. They sold for $30, giving me $23, and it took 4 months for those to sell. Okay, this was a really good one too. If you see these clocks that look like they're melting, the Salvador Dali, gosh, check them out because they do. I mean, you might think they seem a little cheesy, but this one is made by Kirsch. I paid $2 for it at an estate sale, and it sold for $140, giving me $118.49, and it took 7 months for that to sell. So if you see those, don't overlook just because they're kind of, I want to say gimmicky maybe, but I really like them. I think they're cool. All right, so next up is a purse. This is by Leather Rock. It had some really big plastic faceted jewels on the front of it and a crossbody strap. I did a purse buyout it's like been 2 years now. This is one of the few remaining. So what I did was I just took my total number divided by the number of purses. So each one ended up costing me $9.46. And this one sold for $27, giving me $13.58. And it did take 2 years to sell. So I am down to the ones that probably are just going to sell for low amounts, or I may end up donating them, but I made all the big money purses at the beginning of that haul. All right. Okay, so these are vintage early 80s slides from a vacation to Las Vegas. It does show the old casino lights, all of that good stuff, and some desert ones. I didn't look at them all. I left it kind of as a mystery lot for these slides. I got them for just $1.25. And let's see, they sold for $30, giving me $23.95, and it took 6 months for those to sell. And I bought those kind of as an experiment to see if people would buy them, and they did. So that was a good experiment. I think you probably will need something eye-catching like Las Vegas lights. I did also get some national parks. I have Yellowstone. Winslow's here again. Yes. Hi. You're sweet. He wants a cookie. Okay, so yeah, you're going to need something that's, that people want to see. So this is one of them. Anyway, went off on a tangent there, sorry. More flatware. This one is a vintage Frontier Airlines first class cutlery. And these I got for $1.66. Sold them for $50, and that gave me $40.19, and it took, 22 months to sell, but they were still neat to have. And I like my flatware, so I'm glad those sold. All right, so I had one thing I sold one thing on the Poshmark. Yay. This is a travel-on purse. It was brand new with tags. I got it for $5. It sold for $30, and that gave me $19 in profit, and it took 15 months to sell. I purchased a big pile of these travel-on bags, and they're doing fine, but there's nothing too exciting about them or, big money-wise, but brand new, it's hard to resist that. So that is it. That is all we're going to talk about today. Let me know in the comments down below what your favorite thing was that I sold. And hey, let me know what the best thing was that you sold this week, because I would love to hear about it. I want to learn from you as well. So that is it. I hope you have a great weekend. Get out there, find some treasure, get it listed, get it sold.